guys. So today I am vlogging. It's really early right now. We live out in the country and I don't often get a chance to go to like bigger bookstores. Like there's a couple of bookstores that are like an hour or a half an hour away from where we are, but today I get the opportunity to go to, we're traveling into the city, which is about 2 hours from here. We're going to travel into Ottawa and we're going to go to the Indigo bookstore. We're going to be going there. We're going to be going to my nephew's birthday party. So I'm not going to film while we're in the party, but I will film kind of like as we're going there, and then after we leave, when we go to the bookstore, I'll be filming as well, so I'll have footage of that, and it's going to be a book shopping kind of day. We're going to have some dinner at Starbucks, my husband and I, and we're driving with my parents. It's their anniversary, so they're going to go out for supper by themselves, and my hubby and I are going to go out for supper. We're probably just going to go to Starbucks, to be honest, for dinner, and we're going to go to Indigo and look at some books. So it's going to be a good day. I'm going to take you guys along with us, obviously, and then when I get back, I'll do kind of a bit of a haul, I guess, like a little bit of a bookish haul. I'll do a bit of a book haul, and then I'll just sort of mishmash the vlog and the book haul kind of together, and that will be the video that you see. So it'll be the vlog and then the book haul, like together in one video, this video. So, okay, I will check in with you guys later. I have to go and shower and get ready, and then we'll be off. So, check in with you guys later. everybody. So I am back home. I just got changed into a t-shirt and some more comfier clothes. So yeah, so it's pretty late. We were pretty late getting back. It was a pretty busy day, as you guys know. So I'm going to let y'all go for now. I'm going to go read and relax, and then I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. I will show you all the books that I got. Alright, have a good night, guys. Bye! Good morning, guys. So, it is the next day. It is Sunday today. And so I'm going to do the book haul that I promised everybody. And yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to start out, I think, with the books that my husband got. So let's see, not that one. So the first book that my husband bought was Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. He has Throne of Glass. He recently got into this series, and he seems to be enjoying it okay. I have talked to him about it. He said it's about a 3, maybe a 4-star read for him, so that's pretty good. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about how he buys his books. I've talked before about how I buy my books. I'll explain that again, but first I just want to talk a little bit about how he buys his books. So my husband, what he likes to do is he uses the library first as sort of a try before you buy. So he reads a book, either a standalone book or the first book in a series from the library. And then if he really likes the book, he'll often go out and buy the rest of the series or whatever. But if he likes the book, he'll go out and buy it, is the point. And he will usually just buy himself, he'll usually buy himself 2 copies. He'll buy himself a nice paperback and a nice hardcover. And he uses the paperbacks to annotate in, and he uses the hardcovers just for reading. If he doesn't like the book, he won't buy it. Which is a bit different from me, but I'll get into that in a minute. So anyway, so the first book he got was this lovely Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. This is the second book in the Throne of Glass series. The next book he got is, was The Assassin's Blade. I love the gold foiling on this. Like, look at that. It's gorgeous. Just the writing, just the text itself. I love that. But this book, he got, it was a buy 2, get 1 free deal on the Sarah J. Maas paperbacks. So we went with that. He got this one. This is the Throne of Glass novellas. So the novellas are obviously, they're not a part of the series as such, but they do contain some pretty important information relevant to the series. So at least that's what I've heard. I don't know. I haven't read them, but so my husband wanted this one. And then the next book that he got was, again, from the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. And this is the third book, Heir of Fire, which is, he got this one. Yeah, so it's the third book in the series. I'm not even sure how many books are in the series. It looks like there is, so not including the Assassin's Blade, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books in the series. So he's got the first 3, so if he continues to enjoy it, which hopefully he will, then, okay, the next book, oh, sorry, if you don't know what the Throne of Glass series is about, it's basically about this girl named Selena Sardothien, who is, so in the first book, she's an assassin, and she is basically like a prisoner of this like king, and she goes to the king, and he enters her into this competition, saying that if she defeats everyone in the competition, she will win her freedom, basically. But then, of course, things start happening. There's murder. There's all kinds of things that start happening. There's romances. I don't know much about it. I've heard some people say that it's kind of like, over the course of the series, it gets kind of like soap opera-y, you know, like with characters getting with characters, and then ungetting with characters, and then getting with other characters, and I don't know. So, I've heard that said, but I don't know, because I haven't read it, so. But what I can tell you is that I've read the back of the books, so I know basically what they're about, and my husband seems to really, really be enjoying them, so. Okay, next we have a book that I saw that I picked up for my husband. My husband really likes like assassins. That's one of his like favorite things to read about. So when I saw this book in the bargain bin, okay, let me back up a second. First, I should probably tell you guys how I like to buy my books. So the way that I like to buy my books is, so like my husband, I like to use the library as a sort of try before I buy. So I will get a book from the library, I will read it. If I like it, I will go out and I will buy 3 copies. Yes, that's right, 3. I never wanted to mark up my nice pristine paperbacks or my hardcovers, but I still wanted to annotate. So my solution to that was, if I like a book, to buy 3 copies. Nice pristine hardcover for reading, nice pristine paperback for reading, and last but not least, a sort of dinged up, sort of secondhand paperback. You know, maybe it's got a cracked spine, dog-eared, you know, maybe a couple pages are ripped, whatever, but kind of dinged up. And then that way, I can use the dinged up copy for annotating purposes, and then I'm not writing in my nice, brand new, pristine copies I have for reading. See? Now, if I don't like a book, my husband, he won't buy it at all. But me, I still like to like to annotate and review books, even if I don't like them. So, my solution to that is to read the book from the library. If I don't like it, then I will go out and I will buy just the dinged up paperback copy. That's it. I won't buy anything else. I will buy just the dinged up paperback. So, and then I use it for annotating. So, the only exception to those rules is if we go to a store and they have a bargain area. I will go and I will look in the bargain bin, and if I see a book that looks neat, I will often just buy it. So, I found this book in the bargain bin, and it was really cheap, and I thought that my husband would really enjoy it, so I nabbed it for him. And it is The 12 Kings in Sharakai? 12 Kings in Sharakai. I'm sorry if I did not pronounce that right, but 12 Kings in Sharkai by Bradley P. Beaulieu. Bradley P. Beaulieu. Sorry. Beaulieu. Beaulieu. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'll just say Bradley P. Bradley P. So, anyway, yeah. So, this one is basically, it says Sharkai, the great city of the desert, center of commerce and culture, has been ruled by 12 kings. Blah, 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 cruel, ruthless, powerful, and immortal. The 12 kings. Yeah, so basically, they're ruled by these 12 ruthless, cruel, immortal kings, and they have basically these armies, and essentially, like, no one disputes them, like, no one goes against them, and there's no hope of freedom for anyone who is, like, in their kingdom. And then there's this girl named Seda, who's this brave young woman. She lives in the slums, and she defies the king's laws, and this sets her on a path of an adventure, and she has to sort of figure out her own heritage and figure out sort of some of the truths of the history of the kings, and basically try to going forth on this adventure, and trying to basically break the kings of their power, pretty much. Yeah, and of course the kings are after her, and it's supposed to be really exciting, so I think this one is going to be really, really good. Okay, now we're getting into the books I got for myself. So, the first book I got for myself was $1.50 in the bargain bin. And I love this fairy tale. I love it so, so, so much. It is so dear to my heart. And that fairy tale is Alice in Wonderland. And this book is none other than Alice's Puzzles Through the Looking Glass. So, a frabjabulous puzzle challenge inspired by Lewis Carroll's classic fantasy. So it is a book full of mind puzzles. It's got these beautiful illustrations. There's Alice. These beautiful illustrations. And it's all full of mind puzzles, all inspired by the Alice in Wonderland series. Alice in Wonderland books. So, this is fantastic. I'm sorry I'm rubbing my eyes. I know I'm a bit tired. I love this book. It's full of really, like, mind-bending puzzles. And then it's got these beautiful blue end papers, which I love. I always associate Alice with blue because her dress is blue. And then it's got the, like, solutions to the puzzles in the back, which is really nice. So you can go and look up and see if you were right or wrong. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book. I love it. I cannot believe I got it for $1.50. I will never get rid of this book. This book is a treasure. It really is. Okay. Next up, we have Skull and Throne. So, Skull and Throne is the 4th book in a series, and I'm not gonna lie, I just saw the cover and I thought it looked awesome. Like, that looks badass. So, I saw the $8 and I was looking at, I read the interior. I really liked it. I'm not going to go through and read the whole thing out loud, but basically, there's demons and magic and adventure and, sets a new world for heroic fantasy, the powerful saga of humans winnowed to the brink of extinction by night-stalking demons and the survivors who fight back. So, that sounds amazing. I really want to get the first book and start with the first one. This is the 4th book, but I found it for $8. And it's a hardcover. It's a hardcover. And, like, it's in perfect condition. Like, if this hadn't been in the bargain bin, I would have probably paid at least $30 for this. That's incredible. I love it. I love it. Okay, next up, we have Hunted by Megan Spooner. Now, I know Megan Spooner has also written, where is it here? Sherwood. And I know I've been talking about reading Sherwood. I really want to read it because I love Robin Hood. Robin Hood is also another one of the fairy tales that is like really near and dear to my heart. And yeah, but this is also really near and dear to my heart because this is literally, Beauty and the Beast is literally my husband and I's story. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's, I mean, obviously he wasn't an animal, but the whole idea of, it just, the whole idea of, you know, someone who was, you know, unkind and then he meets a girl and it, like, changes him in some ways for the better. It's pretty much my husband and I's story. Our wedding was Beauty and the Beast themed. Like, it's us. Right down to the book-loving girl. So, anyway, so I found this one. They only had Sherwood in hardcover, and I couldn't afford it. It was way too expensive, and I was so sad and upset about that. But then I found this one, and it's paperback, and I know it's not Sherwood, but it is Beauty and the Beast retelling, so it's okay. And later, another time, when I save up, I will save up, and I will get myself Sherwood. After I get it from the library first. I'm going to get it from the library first. But, yeah. So I think this one is going to be fantastic. Okay, and last but certainly not least is Marked in Flesh by Anne Bishop. Now, this book, I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, so one of my favorite sort of mythical characters is zombies. I love zombies and like how to survive a zombie apocalypse kind of stuff. I love that stuff. I find it so intriguing and exciting and just, ugh. I mean, of course I would never want it to happen in real life because that's just nuts. But I really, really enjoy watching that kind of stuff. I love Dawn of the Dead. So there's a video game called The Last of Us. And that's what it is. It's surviving a zombie apocalypse. And the cover of that game is like, this gives me serious, like, The Last of Us vibes. Like, it really did. Like, the cover it just, it makes me think of The Last of Us every single time. So, but this is not about zombies. It says, for centuries, the others and humans have lived side by side in an uneasy peace. But when humankind oversteps its bounds, the others will have to decide how much humanity they're willing to tolerate, both within themselves and within their community. So I really like the idea about this being told from the perspective of other creatures, and humans being kind of the antagonistic, like sort of like the negative force. Because I feel like a lot of times human beings, like, we tend to put ourselves above everything else. And it's just arrogance is really what it is. That's what it is. Like, we tend to put ourselves above, you know, we tend to arrogantly think that we're better than everything else. When in reality, we're just another creature on the planet, and humanity is not going to last forever, I don't think. I think there's going to come a time when another species will become the dominant species on the planet. It's just the natural way of things. So, anyway, but that's another discussion. But the point is that I really like the idea that this book is told from that other kind of perspective. I really, really like that. I really like reading books that are told from perspectives of other creatures other than people. Because there's not a lot of them. Silverwing does it really well. The Guardians of Gaul also does it really well. But there's not a lot of them, so, that I've been able to find, so. So, those are the books that I got at the bookstore yesterday. I had such a good time. It was so fantastic. My hubby and I had a great supper, and I wish I could do more trips to Chapters, honestly. I really do. Unfortunately, I can't because we just live too far away, but I would love to. I really would. So yeah. So those are the books that I got. Oh, if you guys have any tips or suggestions for a mermaid-based story. I love mermaids. I absolutely love them. So, and I've seen like tons of, you know, fae stories and like, dragon stories have always been a big thing in fantasy. But I haven't seen a lot of mermaid stories, and I really want a book about mermaids. I am dying for a book about mermaids. So, yeah, so if you guys have any tips or suggestions on that, please, 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 please tell me down in the comments. I would be so grateful. And let me know if you guys have read any of these books and what you think of them. Don't spoil them for me. All comments must be spoiler free. Please, 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 please don't spoil me. But please just let me know what you think in general. Just some of your thoughts on these books. And I will see you guys all next time. That's the end of the vlog, and I will see you in my next video. Alright guys, bye!